All right. So in the studio today, I've got Clive Mono Mukundu, live and direct. He is here in the studio with me, and you don't know how excited I am. Studio. Just to welcome you. So yeah, I'm Kama Clive. We welcome you to Diamond FM.
Thank you very much, Miss J. Thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure. So, to those in case maybe you don't know who Mono Mukundu is, he's born Clive Mukundu. So it's a Clive Mono Mukundu, and he is a Zimbabwean music producer. He's a session musician. He's a composer. He's a mouth instrumentalist. So mainly he's known as the lead guitarist and so many other things. I could finish the whole session just trying to describe the man we are talking about. And for you, Mono, Mutare is not new to you. I know it is home. Yeah. So I would like to say welcome home.
Thank you.
Yes, and maybe just for the benefit of those who don't really know, Mono Akapakupi, just a bit of background on who Clive Mono Mukundu is.
Okay, I was born on a Tuesday, the 15th of September 1970 at Rusape General Hospital, and I grew up in Harare, Kwadzana Mfakose, and Kambuzuma. Okay. Those are the three areas that I occurred. Then Bara school, I went to 8 schools. Yeah, Pasenikola Rusape, Kura Primary School, Kambuzuma. Then grade 6 second term Pamutare Junior School kunoko, grade 6 third term Victoria Junior School ku Masvingo. Then vanomba nehanzi Marinda School somewhere ku Masvingo, then vanaenda ku Kambuzuma High 1, Mukombami Secondary School, then vanazopedzisa paMufakose High 3.
Yeah. All right, so mwana wekuno yakazvarirwa kuno ndiwo asi chaiye. And I'm excited because back then in the day, I think I've also seen the pieces of Mono Mukundu. I remember off air I was just making you laugh as I remember some of the things that happened back then, back in the day. And back then I remember you were with Chikokoko band, and that's in the 90s. And you've been in the industry for a very long time now, and you've worked with almost everyone in the music industry. Talk about the Matukuzis, the Mafumos, and Namaishingisai Saluma. Even the new guys. I mean, I can't finish them. I know you've been there. Maybe I would want to know what can you say about the state of music as is right now? The issue of in terms of growth. Can you say music is growing, or it's still static? And what could be the problem?
Right now we are losing the laws of the jungle. Because zvinhu zvakashata pakatangopinda digitalization pakapinda piracy paipa ende vanhu vainzwa mamisenza ingoti piracy ndofunga vanhu vangofunga kuti vanhu vari ngoema macry babies but zvakauraya industry in the sense yekuti tandina marecord labels. Record labels, they will record you for free. It's not for free 100%. It was on a loan, and then they will take their money from Marcel's. Marcel's you ndakajibwa nepiracy manje. Some record labels ese babuda mu business. Sapakazotanga kuita transition yekuti the world yakamove from physical CDs patazoenda kudownloading, from downloading patazoenda kustreaming. Machanges ese akazoitwa tisina marecord labels. So right now we are very behind when it comes to the music industry. Because around the world kwese kuri fire music right now one record labels. So record labels mine structures. So right now atna structures. Munhu anongoshandisa mari yake record ndofunga ndosa uri kuona kune imwe music kuti unoshandisa kuti vanhu vari serious era. Because kana pane record labels zvino screenwa mutinatso
kuona kuti zviri kufamba zvakanaka. So as is, do we have any record label even in upcoming here in Zimbabwe?
Yeah, that's a good question. There's a difference between a record label and a studio.
Okay.
Because a record label is a company into marketing, distribution, artist development, radio plugging, and all those services. But a studio kungo record one. So, but there are some studios that offer some record label services.
All right.
So, but we cannot say with it a proper, fully fledged. Drinks, drinks, Delta, that only bottling company. So, we've got some studios that offer some few record label services. But the majority of artists are right now, Wakapina industry, Kusi cinema record labels. So they don't know what a record label is. So, studio record label they don't know what it is.
All right, interesting. I would like to call you a legend because you've been there, Kuva, time immemorial, so you're still there and you're still relevant with your experience. And I know it doesn't end Mumadziro Edo is Zimbabwe Muno. You've also worked with other legends from other countries. I'll just mention maybe Luciano, going to Jamaica and all, just to mention a few. For an artist to break through into the international market, how can one go about it?
Yeah, that's a good question. The music industry in Zimbabwe yakatanga in the 1930s. The first band was formed in 1932 near Ainzi Mataka, Kenneth Mataka and his wife Elaina Mataka. From 1932 up to now, we've had my genres akawanda we are just trend in Zimbabwe, Kunze and everything. And the only people that are constantly export internationally, one wangaita something Zimbabwean. And there's internationally, they want you to be authentic. They want you to sound like where you come from. So it is very difficult for you to go international with dancehall. It is very difficult for you to go international with amapiano. It is very difficult for you to go international with Nigeria. But a Zimbabwean sound, it's very easy for you to say, Boss Kata Service, what I think happens one album to Stella Chueshe, Choniso Maraire, and Brown, is Zimbabwean sound. And you can do Zimbabwean sound. I'm not forcing everybody to read Sungura, Chimurenga. After all, Sungura is story Yedu Futin Kenya, knows the Benga music from Kenya. But Yedu music in Bira based. But I'm not saying to me say it is Zambia. Ukata Sakunema groups Agatasana Ilang. They had the Zimbabwean sound, but it was not Sungura, it was not Mbira. When I love Mama Jeff and when I talking drum, when I midnight magic. So these days I've been encouraging HDG team. Can we come up with our own Zimbabwean digital sound? Yedu internationally, an organic sound, not the Magitarian. Yavo, but a digital sound. Yavo. Jamaica one roots reggae, Bob Marley, one dance or Shampo. South Africa one Afro jazz, one amapiano. Nigeria one Afro beat without an S. Yana fella kuti with the Afro beats. Yana
the latest one, yeah.
And it's this Okatas and Dedzao. But in Zimbabwe, our organic sound is Tinambi and did it. But under digital sound, we are either copying amapiano in South Africa, we are copying dance in Jamaica, we are copying R&B in America. And most people want to viewing one statement the dance culture is dynamic.
Okay. Yeah, we've had that.
You know, the culture is dynamic doesn't mean you have to abandon who you are.
All right.
Those guys are from India. Culture has been dynamic, has been moving and changing and everything, but it still remains Indian. My Americans, the same thing. Music and culture has been changing over and over. My Jamaicans, same thing from ska, wagoyago rocksteady, wagoyago roots reggae, wagoyago dancehall, but still it's still Jamaican. It's only Zimbabweans and no culture is dynamic in front of who you are.
Well, then you embrace somebody else's
then you start sounding foreign, which is wrong. And we've got the same mistake even but not globalization. Don't forget globalization means denying who you are. America. No, you still have to remain Zimbabwean.
All right. And earlier this year, I know you have had the privilege to travel to Jamaica. As we're still talking about the Jamaicans and all, you had that privilege with Makai, and it was actually for a conference, yeah? So maybe you could share with us some of the tips or some of the things that you learned when you were in Jamaica.
Yeah. In Jamaica, the nice time was it was an opportunity to learn. Chekutanga, Chandaka for a conference, they showed my artists in Jamaica, big and small, they come. vakarira kudhara vari kurira right now vese vana spice vari kupisa right now they were there at the conference ona but muzimbabwe tikati conference panongoyo maartist achirongotanga vese vane mazita ofa wakaona ipapapo so it's one thing chandakatodzidza ipapapo
so is it maybe a pride which we can't associate with the small guys
handinoda kusenga mukano wepride pride because maartist emuzimbabwe tine problem yepride yekuti even kunoona mama artist achipefoma muzimbabwe haadi kunoona mumwe artist achipefoma but ukatarisa kustates Michael Jackson paipisa achipisa chaipo but ainoona James Brown anga ine zita ranga ratodzika so chinoti munomo some of our big names ndisingamenshina zvangu mazita maex ava atengese kunze kwenyika because they are not improving wana vapanoti kana iwe uchimba pashow iri muharare vanhu vachidaira mabig vocals ako vanoziva malyrics kuti kakuisa kuspain kune vanhu vasingadaire malyrics unoridzika wana ende even stage plot yekumira pastage unoona benglid akamira kukona uko you must be in the middle the stage presence chaiyo a lot of even big names kwedu vari kuleka because they don't see other artists and one band rinofanira kutoonekwa naeverybody muzimbabwe arida kudzidza iband rinonzi Mukomba. I know in Zimbabwe they are not as huge as outside, but those guys are very international. When I'm sure no matter so even if it's one way to because they come from Vic Falls, I mean no language knows Vanambia, but those guys right now from the year 2000 up to now, they're the only truly international band from AMA 2000
Okay, that is interesting. So, just coming back to the tips from the conference, what else can you share with us?
The music industry is not based on talent. Talent is not enough. It's based on strategy.
Okay.
Saka pane ma-strategies akawanda ekuti unokwanisa kusakurira zita rako rokura. Number one, you need to keep recording music yako. Whether yatambirwa or not, ndo pacho paunotoziva kuti ndikurasika papi. Number two, you need to maintain a single genre yemusic. Kuti umboti amapiano pasemabhamu pane jazz pasemabhamu pane sungura yotonge playlist yepamuchato. If you try kuda kutargeta everybody, you target nobody. You need one genre, you need a niche market. Yoto vanhu vanoziva kuti kana tiri kuenda kwachioniso tungononzwa mbiri, kana tiri kuenda kwatuku tukunzwa izvi, kana tiri kuenda kwaBurna Boy tukunzwa izvi. Saka ukatarisa worldwide vakarira vekare nivariko mazuva whether vemuno muzimbabwe whether vana Burna Boy whether vekujamaica vana Sean Paul vana chi, they just maintain one genre zvekuti it's ndo yatonishi market yake. Then you also need kusimbisa zita, and unoziva kuti zita rinosimbiswa, it's a holistic approach. Haungoti pese pawangoshedzwa ngoti mari ndikuda mari pamwe pacho unoridzira mari, of course mari tinoida, pamwe pacho unoridzira for legacy. Bob Marley akauya muzimbabwe akaridza mahara, he was not paid anything, even transport yake chaiyo yakazibhadharira ega, that was legacy. Up to now we
still talk about it.
Pamwe pacho unoridza to create ma relationships, pamwe pacho unoridza kungosimbisawo ningiri neukama hwako nevamwe. Saka ndikuona kuti maartist mazhinji amazano vapindwa nemari, hanzi kutaura kuti mari yakashata ba, tese tinoida. But you must not worship money to the extent that any power phone around the night in school day kuchikoro kunoko. Hatongokupayo kahamba utora andisimuka kana musinonipa $10,000. No attitude in a lot of my artists mazono. So as a result, how much they lose relevance. And ukundwa relevance with a 54-year-old like me, because I know how to say.
Yeah. All right, interesting. So just checking out the messages that are just coming through. Somebody just showed me your, I end up a calendar, 1970s, accurate monolithian.
The pots in my days and the pots.
All right, and Hoyo Mono Mukundu, you are our pride. It's my chota from Chikanga. And I also see Baba Michelle right there. And section kwangu kambuzuma uko and arku 5 ku bus stop. So that's about Mishi from Leeds. So keep those messages coming. We've got Mono, yes, the monolithian and kana muriko alonzi mamono chi
monosophy. Monosophy is the philosophy of mono.
So if you're there, hook up. He's in the studio, live in the studio right now. When you talk about education in the music industry, what really needs to be improved?
2018, I was invited to Michigan University to teach Zimbabwean guitar. as well as do a program in the GT Exchange through Detroit Cultural Center of Zimbabwe, Yanachido Johnson.
In the fall of 2018, the University of Michigan Center for World Performance Studies presented the JIT Exchange. Manu Mukundu was also on campus for the residency and is a well-regarded master guitarist from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
So, pane dera ndakaita guitar masterclass ndichidzidzisa Zimbabwean guitar. And after 30 minutes, everybody anga kutogona kutoridza some mbira guitar. But pakazonetsa manje ndakanzi nai tikada kuuya kuZimbabwe kunatosikodzidza pachikoro tichidzidza the Zimbabwean guitar toya pachikoro chipi? That was a tough question. Why? Because in Zimbabwe, when it comes to the mbira itself and the marimba, yakaiswa mucurriculum, but when it comes to guitar, vanhu vachikudzidziswa western guitar, unotanga kudzidziswa zvana Segovia, music yekueurope. That munhu anofanira kuti akaenda painstitution yemusic yemuzimbabwe anokwanisa kuti apedza ipapo akunojoina band raJapresa, akunojoina band raSolomon Chimbetu. I'm happy kuti the Zimbabwe College of Music vakatoita curriculum review vachibvunza my ideas from different music educators, academics and so forth. So I gave them those tips, so it's my hope that they are going to change that. But my message to my institutions, SA Music in Zimbabwe, we need to teach Zimbabwean guitar pachizimbabwe, so that even nyango vekuamerica vacho vakwaya muno muzimbabwe kuti vanouya kunoko mosotanga mudzidzisa classical guitar. Unoziva kuti classical guitar ndakaona richiridzwa kueurope nevaridzi varo panotonga vari kuda 3 magitara. So we need to stick to our things. I know kuti ndopanopinda nyaya dzedzi globalization, but globalization doesn't mean
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, time is just but before I let you go, there's just been introduced 75% of our local content that is the airplay quota. What's your take on that? Do you think it is good for us as a country in terms of music? What's your take on that?
vazhinji vatofunga kuti kudzvanyirirwa. I've traveled over 30 countries around the world. Pandakatanga kutravel ndakatoona kuti 75% itori shoma. Kuamerica they will never play anything from outside America. And it's not because yakashata, but havasi kuda kuti ubvutire chingwa pamuromo wemaartist wavo, because airplay is empowerment. Unongoitosimbisa munhu. Sapese patinjiridza music yekunze paipa tikutodzosera marasha kuhange, tiripromotana nemari yacho kudhara. And ipapo ndopamba tinorasika tichifunga kuti globalization chichi, why is it my Americans they don't care about globalization in that sense? So I know that law payakaiswa yakamboimplementwa zvayo, but inenge vanhu vanenge vakulakisa futi pane radio stations arongopusha zvekunza. So my message to them is, guys, we need to push zvedu. I know pane kamukaruma kanombonyudza, hey, we don't have enough good material. That's a lie. If you go to my studios, there's a lot of good material iri kushare airplay. So panoda kutsvaga way kuti vanodziwana sei ikoko kungoregedza ngomirira kuti dziuye dzega. But point yangu ndeyekuti black empowerment inotaurwa kuti ngati empower yevanhu vedu hakuna employment hakuna chichichi. Employment yacho music, but mukatanga urizive kunze manje ndosaka vachizoti wakaya muzimbabwe unotora mari yese.
No, that's all right. Thank you so much for for those thoughts that I'm sure zvetovhura even pfungwa dzangu nenuwo. I'm also seeing it with a different eye. And so maybe just 1 or 2 words to musicians right here in Manicaland. Maybe there's somebody angasingambofunga they can make it big, they can also do something that could invite Mono to come and support.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some cover bands.
Okay.
One of them is a music. I know Pano chance was started to copyright, but the correct word is cover.
Cover band.
My cover band. I want some Manicaland. And the my cover bands. Mono pesramane cover band syndrome. Uti munungo pina comfort zone. Kaya ngoti ukatangoriza song ya mtu kuzona. Ukatangoriza Japresa on. But ungori a place hold vanhu vakamirira muridzi wemusic and unongo ine ceiling yausingakwanisa kupfuura. You cannot grow big uchingoita masongs evamwe. I think it can be a good launch pad. That's how you grow. They need to grow from that.
No, thank you so much. And there's somebody who'd want to get in touch, would want to work with you, would want to learn, the music I got to produce. How can they get in touch with you?
My business line, the phone is 0772-303-736. But please call me back. Please call me back.
Amen.
Kana anongoti hi pa WhatsApp ungoti z apa
straight to the point.
Straight to the point ngoti gaga my name is Mingina Idobunze chakati kwete unongoti hi obva disappear.
Yeah, sure. No, that's fine. So yeah, there you have it. It's live Mono Mukundu, straight live and direct right here in the studios, and it really has been a pleasure talking to you. That's how we just wish you the best, and thank you so much as well for gracing Manicaland today.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Well, it's monosophical. It is what it is. And we say it like it is.